forgot. That's the player that I usually use for porn loops. So it automatically plays whatever I put it in to it. Again, hello! Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night Insanity. It's Saturday night and time for some insanity. Am I, like, really super quiet? Like, what's going on here? I don't know why I'm so quiet. I'm going to crank myself up a bit. There we go. Okay, let's get the boys in here and see what's going on.
Let John be for a minute or two.
Hi!
Hi!
Oh my god!
What? What's your problem?
It's so loud!
I am?
What?
Ah,
What part of me is loud?
every
I don't
part
know.
of every orifice!
Everything.
Oh
All
my
of the parts.
God.
Well, why? It's like, it's just the normal microphone. I don't understand.
Yeah, you're fine now. Just stop deep throating it.
Ah!
It's like
I wasn't.
auto-adjusted itself.
Oh, you know what? It might have auto-adjusted. It might have just been cranked because I was silent when I came into the room. So it cranked itself.
You come in and you go high, it was like... I'm like,
It was just like an audible, static, loud noise.
Earquake. The awkward angle cam is currently under my desk.
yay!
I don't want to know what it's pointing at under your desk.
So you can see my nasty feet. There we go.
Yay!
Nasty feet. And see how much I actually fidget under the desk when I look perfectly normal on the regular
Should
cam.
probably load up the Twitch channel.
Hi, how's it going? Yep, I'm perfectly calm and relaxed. Absolutely calm and relaxed. Totally calm.
Hey, Raz.
Oh yeah, I have
Hey, guys.
food. Hold on.
Hey, Raz.
Hey, Raz.
What's up?
Oh, you know,
All time of
Saturday night insanitying. Hey, you're sideways.
yeah. I'm trying to fix it. Hold on.
I see you're
I
trying
saw
to
that.
shoot horizontally. Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
I will mute while I am fixing it.
Okay. So, how have your weeks been, everybody?
Pork chop.
Apparently, Sean's week has been pork chop.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
the entire week.
Pork chops.
Pork chop.
Fuck you and your
Pork chop sandwiches.
Jesus. Fucking Christ.
I agree.
Fuck
I don't know
you!
what's going on.
Fuck you too! Fuck you again! And fuck you an additional time for free!
Wow, bonus.
Wait,
Bonus
wait.
free fucking.
There we go.
was-
we just made...
That was
Just got
appropriate,
demodded.
and I approve.
Let's see, that should spawn, what, 6 hateful comments?
Hopefully.
Of course.
At least
Three. About 2 per burp.
I
There you
really
go.
don't like it when you guys are burping and farting all the time. It's really rude and inappropriate and juvenile.
You try running a 2-hour
I
live stream,
agree.
drink a Mexican Coke, and not burp.
Challenge accepted.
There we
Fucking
go.
challenge. Damn it.
Nom nom nom.
There we go. Now I flipped.
There we go. Horizontal action in the house. Ow. Wow, look at that callus. I
So,
gotta make better use of my pumice stone.
Widow says he can't be here because he has got a rest for his performance. He's doing stage play.
He has a respiratory performance? What?
He's doing stage play, so he's going to rest for his performance until tomorrow. And I called him a quitter for that. So
Well, yeah.
something
Lame.
appropriate.
So,
So you guys
I've been
wanna
laid
hear
up
an
in
interesting
bed all
story?
week.
What?
How have you guys been?
More mobile than you apparently, or alive barely.
I've been at work.
Oh my God! Okay, I was at work today. I was at work today, and our seating has changed. So I'm sitting near the business area, and the business guys are pretty hardcore because they deal with all the business customers. But there's this one guy there who was just coughing and hacking and to the point of almost throwing up on his keyboard. He was hacking and coughing so forcefully. Like, I heard him gagging after a while, and I was like, holy crap.
That's the worst. It's the worst. I hate it. I hate
like, dude, I know you probably need the money, but can you please just go home?
So, that's nothing. Right now. You know what I had to deal with? I had a waterfall appear in my fucking bathroom this week.
No, my concern is I'm already kind of on notice for sick days, so I literally cannot afford to get sick right now.
You probably couldn't either.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I know.
So my parents are installing a bathroom upstairs because we currently have a one bathroom house, and it's just not a good thing for me.
Not that many people. Yeah.
I go to the bathroom way too often, so.
Yeah.
Plus, they don't want to come all the way downstairs to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night because the stairs are kind of treacherous, so they're installing a bathroom upstairs. Well,
that's what's going on.
The plumber's assistants were here, the plumber was not, and they nicked a pipe.
Oh, no.
And nobody knew where the water cutoff was, including me. So here it is. It is 8 in the fucking morning. I'm in a dead goddamn sleep, and I hear, ting! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! And then I hear, water spills into the crawl space above my bathroom.
Oh,
and then I hear it pouring out into the fucking hallway, and in the bathroom, and in my fucking kitchen. I know it's going to come in my fucking bedroom. So I leap out of bed, I run over, and I slam the power off on my plug bars.
Good idea.
They're covered for $50,000 in name. They'll switch off anyway, but I don't want to have to deal with that. So I turn it off, turn off my light, like my night light. I unplug that, so no power is going to anywhere in the fucking house, right?
Mm-hmm.
I unplugged everything, like real quick, and my computer's very unhappy about it. Run out there, there's fucking water coming through out of the fucking light fixture in the hallway. I open the door, and the dogs are cordoned off in the hallway, and I peek into the door just in time to have the plumber's foot come through the ceiling and almost kick me in the face. I'm going to be recording a vlog post to show all the damage.
Wow.
I should be doing that tonight. But
quick before they fix it.
He goes, "Where's the water turn off?" Like, I don't fucking know. And I run back in my room, I call my mom, like, where the fuck is the water turn off? And I'm like, hold on. My mom doesn't answer, so I didn't call my dad. Where the fuck's the water turn off? My dad's like, it's down in the alley behind the shed. So I throw fucking shoes on, soggy socks into these shoes because I just didn't care.
Yeah.
Emergency. I book it down the fucking property. I had to go all the way down the property. It's downhill, right? I get down there. I get behind both sheds. There's nothing here. What the fuck? I'm in the alley. There's nothing on our side of the fucking street. Okay, I run back up. Maybe it's the other shed he was talking about on the street. Maybe he meant the street instead of the alley. I book it up the fucking hill. Nothing here. I climb behind the shed and some awkward thing. Like, nope, it's not here. I run back down. Like, where the fuck is it, Dad? What the fuck are you talking about? We can't find it. So I turn off the phone. I call City Hall. I call the city, and I'm like, I need my water turned off right fucking now. It's an emergency. Please do it. I have a leak, and I can't get the water off, please. Like, hold on. Okay, it's off. Thank you. Boom. That fucking happens. And then my dad gets home, and it says it's that thing. It's behind. Okay, it is in the alley. It is behind the shed. But here's the shed. Here's the alley. Here's a storage unit, and our water cutoff is against their building on their property. Right?
Completely
like, what?
Obvious.
Yeah, totally obvious. It's totally behind the shed. You mean it's in the alley behind, across the way from our fucking property? But you should have said. But luckily, all the damage except for the hallway, where there's now a fucking skylight. All of the bathroom, like the vent, there's a fucking torrent of water coming to the vent, and so the bathroom's fucked up. But that's this week. They're gonna be remodeling that bathroom, so it's not really a big deal. Well, it sucks, but like they were gonna be fucking tearing out wall and the bathtub and all that, and reinstalling, doing new vent system anyway. So it's like, okay, yeah, it sucks, but it's not a big deal.
Madness.
That's not all.
That is very nice.
Oh,
There's more?
Oh, so much more.
Holy shit. Okay.
That was my
Continue.
fucking, yeah, it was fucking terrible, dude.
That sounds
See,
like...
you should end that with, and how was your day?
I like when this plumber guy, when he shows up, my cat, there's like 4 or 5 people who show up. My cat has no problem with anybody except for the main plumber guy. And she will not stop yelling and hissing and trying to run away from him. I don't trust him.
Something about him.
Sherlock loves everybody. Anybody who will pet her, Sherlock loves. So if she doesn't like you, I don't trust you. That's it.
There's something
Yeah.
really wrong there.
But I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Look, if my cat don't like you, I don't like you. That's just it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. So yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I don't think anything we have this week can possibly top that. So
I haven't been sleeping.
congratulations, well. You kicked off the show with a showstopper. Damn it!
I know. Right on.
Yeah.
Look at these guys.
Yeah, he pulled a regular Shawn Michaels tonight.
Yeah, I got some pickups, but I mean, you already know what they all are because they're all in my update videos this week.
But not everyone watches
man.
videos.
I have nothing new beyond what
you've
you see in my
I have
videos.
9 pickups.
You've not been stopping, which I gotta say.
That's 6 pickups.
It's been madness. I filmed most of those in a day, too. Like, I just had a marathon filming session, and I was like,
Yeah,
fuck it, I'm just going to do all these, get them done.
He's talking about it in the
Yeah,
train.
we could tell at the end of the comedy one.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well,
the
comedy one was actually, that wasn't even the last one I filmed. Like, I didn't post them in the same sequence that I filmed them, but I just kind of worked it out how I wanted to schedule them. But, yeah, it was a lot to cover.
Well,
I mean,
It was like
you
13 videos,
officially-
something like that,
You
right?
officially gave me a new obsession. I don't think I've marathoned through a season of a show that fast in Stowhouse.
oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I just could not stop.
Oh, you're talking about
watching
Riverdale. Yeah. Oh, I know.
just could not stop watching it.
Well, that's the great thing about Riverdale. I mean, it's one of those shows where basically every episode leaves off with a killer cliffhanger. Like, well, I can't stop here.
Yeah. So literally 13 hours later, I'm done.
It's like, well,
You know?
I guess I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a great show. I got to get to going on season 2. I haven't watched any of it yet.
I'm tempted to start now, but after watching season 1 that way, I'm
Yeah.
like, and season 2 half over.
You kind of want to have all the episodes there,
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Major Matoko says the yawning gag reel at the very end of one of the videos was hilarious. I think it was the horror one. Yeah, that one
Yes.
was like the last one.
That's the one I meant, not the comedy one.
Yeah, that was the last one that I filmed. Can you tell? I was so exhausted by the end of it. Yeah, I did the yawn montage, or yawntage, if you will.
Montage.
At the end. And it was like my just howling yawns of extreme tired.
You did like 13 videos, didn't you?
I did.
Something like that. He was talking about it in train about how, like,
I'm in
13 videos.
I'm in the middle of doing 13 videos. I thought I could do them all in a day, but no, it's just not enough hours in the day to.
You're just crazy.
You talk
crazy
about
if you do 13 videos a day.
I did 9.
By the way,
the
only reason is because you spend like an hour with each fucking video. That's why you don't have enough hours in the day.
Well, no, these ones actually are short. They're closer looks.
Don't believe you.
They're no more than about 10 minutes of talking, and then about, depending on what it is, like 10 or 15 minutes of package looking at. But
Full of shit.
One of them's probably going to be split into 2, just when I looked at how much stuff is actually going to be in it. So I think I'm going to do that as a 2-parter. It's a good one, though. It's some pretty cool stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to have a big batch of closer looks because they're fairly easy to do and people like them. So I'm doing essentially a season of them. It's like 13, possibly 14 to start going up tomorrow, hopefully, actually. And that'll be one a week from there on. So enjoy.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll free up some time to do the story-by-story reviews.
Yeah, I think it's time to stop putting that off. especially since I did like kind of an epic return to Timey-Wimey Tuesdays this week that everybody really enjoyed.
Doctor Who?
Yeah, everybody seemed to really dig that, and I had a lot of fun with it. So I think we'll.
Gosh, another update video. We need to get back to Dr. Timey-Wimey Tuesdays. Jeez, that's what I subscribed to you for. Oh, I thought that's what you did.
That's right. That's all I do.
Entitled people thinking they have a.
Yeah.
I actually got a Doctor Who pickup this week.
Nice.
There's an appropriate way to express your fandom, people.
I got the 12th Doctor Sonic because it was on sale for like $10.
You sound like an asshole. You don't learn how like your tone sounds.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
What did I do? Do I sound like an asshole?
No, I said, and you should definitely research on how to not sound like an asshole. Because when you come off like an asshole, and you're not meaning to, it's because you have a tone problem. Talking about people who say "Gosh, I thought you were going to do Timey-Wimey Tuesday updates." Well, it's because they're real hardcore fans, right? But they're just expressing the fandom wrong. Like, stop it! Stop being an asshole.
Yeah.
We like you here. Stop being a jerk, making it so we don't want you here.
Yes, love me in a less dickish way.
Learn why everyone keeps getting offended by you. We're not all snowflakes. You're just an asshole.
Yeah.
If everyone's getting offended around you, you're the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, Brad. You mean to interrupt?
No, I was just saying the 12th Doctor Sonic was like, it's normally like 45,
yeah, 50, they're not cheap.
$60.
Yeah.
And it was on sale for like $12, and I was like, heck yeah.
12 for 12.
So it's the first Sonic I have, so that's pretty cool.
Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, his Sonic's pretty rad too.
And then
it's very different than the others.
Yeah, I mean, my goal is to still get the 10th Doctor Sonic because that was like my first obsession with the Doctors.
I want Tom Baker's Sonic.
Yeah, I need to get the 10th Doctor one again as well.
I want Tom Baker's.
Yeah. But also this week I finished all of the available.
You mean this
episodes.
one?
No, not that one. That's not the one I want. That's not the one I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have a different one. Mine's gonna be better than yours. Mine's better than yours. It doesn't exist yet, but it's better.
Okay.
Well,
I think we already we came to the conclusion that it's just a tire pressure gauge. So
yeah.
get one of those.
That's all sci-fi gadgetry. That's how it works, man.
And then put some bits and bobs on it, and there you go. You got a sonic screwdriver.
Dude, that's why sci-fi is
the third Doctor as well.
Sci-fi is the land of imagination. You have to sometimes use your imagination.
Exactly.
Repurpose everyday things as something else.
Especially with old school Doctor Who.
Yep. Speaking of which, I finally
we made this episode for $50.
Yeah, Manic's right. Mine actually produces jelly babies. Huh? Mine's better than yours.
Oh, out of thin air.
Out of thin air,
baby.
Battery powered.
That's right.
3D printed jelly babies. Oh my god! I really need a food printer that looks like a sonic screwdriver that produces jelly beans. That would
there you go.
Someone get on that. That's a very specific future I want to live in.
$1 million.
That would be amazing.
Very specific future
that I want to live in. Yeah.
Also, this week I finally finished all the available episodes for the first Doctor.
Oh right, you were saying where is it on on BritBox? I think.
Yeah, on BritBox. Yeah.
Did they not have all the complete stories? Like, was it just
They have them all except for I think like 2 of them.
Okay.
From the first Doctor, but the second Doctor like skipped all the way to well, let me backtrack. The whole in the first Doctor went from like what's the guy's name that came on with Vicky
is it Steven?
Yeah, Steven.
Yeah,
it went all the way from his first episode as a companion to Dido's first episode as a companion.
Oh, yeah, I think that's actually because a good chunk of the stories in between there are missing. That's where the missing blocks begin. There's like one story after that, which is the Time Meddler, and then there's a huge gap, and then it jumps ahead to a little later. I think it's still Vicky and Steven for the first few, but then Dodo is in. He comes in around that point, or maybe she's already in. I can't remember. I have to go back and check. But, no, this. I don't think it may not be that they're missing, like that they weren't showing them. It may just be they aren't complete. So
Okay, well,
that's
yeah.
where the missing.
I know the
episodes-
first and second Doctor were the most ravaged. I knew that. But
Yeah, well,
there's-
basically it's seasons 3, 4, and 5 that are the most damaged with missing episodes. Seasons 1, 2, and 6 are mostly intact. There's not a lot missing from those. But and then season 7
it's just kind
also-
of
yeah.
it's just kind of jarring because it's the first time I ever didn't know what happened to a companion.
Oh,
Like one
yeah.
minute a companion's there, next minute they're gone. Like what happened? You know.
Well, yeah, I know. I remember when I first saw those stories on PBS, like many moons ago, and that was when they had even fewer episodes. That was before they'd recovered a lot of the ones that they've got back in recent years. So there was even bigger gaps. Like it jumped from I think it was the Time Meddler to which is story 17, and jumped ahead to story 23. So there was this big gap of 5 or 6 stories in the middle there that they didn't have. So I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing that's vastly different between the classic show and the new show. The classic show was, individual story arcs every 4 stories.
Yeah.
So if you missed 3 or 4 stories, you missed the whole story.
Oh yeah. For
Oh,
sure.
Justin.
And
Or even if you missed an episode in the middle of a story, it's okay.
yeah,
Last
Yeah.
time I saw they were all captured and imprisoned and sentenced to death, and now they're running around in the forest. What the hell's going on here?
yeah. But
I mean, I knew they'd
but
get out somehow, but I have no idea how they did now.
But I will say this, William, almost said William Hartnell. Patrick Troughton is vastly different from William
Oh,
Hartnell.
yeah.
I actually don't like
it's
him
a
that much.
huge,
Yeah,
His
huge
moments, but I
disparity there.
would say he's my least favorite Doctor so far.
I know. I think you're
Who,
crazy.
Patrick Troughton?
I like, Troughton. I'm not a fan of Troughton. I don't like his affectations and stuff.
Oh, that's
But it's funny. It's I didn't like Hartnell when I started, but I liked him by the end. He really grew on me. Troughton didn't grow on me in the same way.
Oh, I know.
I don't hate any of them per se,
No,
but
just not your favorite one.
yeah,
well.
But
I-
I don't want to visit his episodes as often. I would say.
but that was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, thanks, Stout Man. Take my
You're
free
welcome.
6-inch sub. Why is that all the way over there? Well, let me move that over. Put it on the awkward angle cam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was the first new Doctor, and I think he very consciously played it quite a bit differently than Hartnell to distinguish his own version. And I mean, each actor since has done that as well, kind of put their own stamp on it. But, at the
Well,
same
even
time,
though-
remained true to the spirit of it,
Yeah, even though I've only seen 3 episodes of him, I can see a lot of Matt Smith's influence in him. Though.
Yeah, Troughton was, I think, in a lot of ways, one of the most influential. You'll see that in a lot of the later Doctors. You'll see elements of Troughton in a lot of them.
Troughton and his goddamn flute.
Nobody else picks up the flute, thank God. But but in terms of his, sort of impishness qualities, and the Doctor getting scared by the monsters. I mean, I think that was a very important quality that he brought to it. Whereas Hartnell was more like, screw you, I'm the Doctor. I'm not scared of you. You're just an idiot, and I'm far superior to you. But more.
Well,
much more gruff.
the Planet of the Daleks restoration is absolutely beautiful. So I hope that they do something like that for all the other missing episodes, since the audio exists for all of them.
Oh, you're talking about the animated
Yeah.
ones. Well,
Yeah.
actually, they've done that with a lot of Troughton stories. I think because his era was the most devastated, there's quite a few that they've finished with animation over the original audio, like the Moon Base and the Ice Warriors, the Invasion, and then of course Power of the Daleks, which was just fully animated. But I hope they do more as well, because a lot of the stories from his era were very important to the to the years that followed. Like a lot of the mythology was formed out of his era.
I was gonna say, wasn't Troughton where we first learned about Gallifrey?
Yeah, well, not Gallifrey, but we learned about the Time Lords.
Okay.
It was, I think it was the third Doctor first mentioned Gallifrey, or actually it may have been the fourth Doctor. Now that I think about it, because prior to that they were just referred to as there was just the Time Lords and my people and the planet where I come from, but I don't think it actually had a name until Tom Baker's era and the Time Lord stories there.
Huh, that's interesting.
But, yeah, that whole mythology evolved very slowly and was added to over time.
Well, I'm sure, because I mean they took such a risk putting it on the air in the first place, and then when William Hartnell had to leave, I mean there was no guarantee the show would even continue working.
Yeah, I mean
So,
the first time we actually hear about the Time Lords by name was Troughton's last story, which is like season 6. So, yeah.
Right.
So that was a big deal because we didn't know where he was from or anything about his people. The only hint we'd had about it was when he met the meddling monk in the Time Meddler, which was the first time we'd met another one of his people. But even then, they weren't called Time Lords. He just said, "Oh, he's another one of my people." My people.
No, yeah, I really enjoyed that meddling monk story. I thought that was great.
Yeah, no, he was great. So, you guys have pickups? You mentioned pickups.
I have 9.
Yeah, got 6.
Well, despite
Cool.
the fact I haven't been here in a long time because of the move, I actually don't have a lot because of the move and because of the whole household getting ravaged with the flu, and then my father having surgery and getting an infection from said surgery. We actually are having our Christmas tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Crazy.
Well, Merry Christmas, all the same.
Merry Christmas, yes.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, thanks.
Happy new holidays that you're celebrating twice this year because last year stuck balls.
There
Oh,
you go. There you
I
go.
found an insert.
Because you're fucking gonna make this year double good this year. That's right.
I found an
Two
insert
Christmases.
from a bocce chocolate.
Double plus good.
I think the last time I had bocce chocolates was not this past Christmas, but the previous Christmas.
Bocce ball?
So this has been
Oh, wow.
down there since then.
Wow.
Oh,
You-
see, now this is very true and relevant to tonight's festivities. It says, they always have like a little, words of wisdom or what have you in with the chocolate. So it says, friendship is the greatest nourishment for human happiness.
It's the truth.
There you go.
No, you're saying that's a year-old chocolate?
Well, the chocolate isn't there. It was just the
Oh.
piece of paper.
Oh, I'm like,
that
you might still be okay, actually. It'd be
Yeah,
fine.
no, it's fine.
Might take a little off, but it'll be alright.
Chocolate stays for a long time.
Yeah, depending on the conditions it was kept in, yeah.
Well, yeah.
You'll know it's bad when you bite into it and you're like, this tastes like dust. And chocolate.
Where'd all the flavor go?
Yeah, when you bite into it and it doesn't melt, it just crumbles.
Just
Oh,
rolled away
chocolate
into
dust,
nothingness. Yeah.
Dusty chocolate, my favorite.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's start with the end here. Raz already told us you got the thing, the Sonic screwdriver.
Oh yeah, I got the Sonic. I got Sonic screwdriver, and then I got to open 3 of my gifts. So I got the Flash season 3 on Steelbook.
Mhm.
Nice.
Oh wow.
I got the Blade Runner 2049 Steelbook.
Nice.
Nice.
Which
Oh,
one?
Oh,
the
you
Steelbook.
bastard! I'm so jealous of you.
Oh, God, no, that one's so beautiful. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Rival for a second. Like, which one? There's like so many ugly ones. But,
Yeah.
that one. That one's good, yes.
Yeah.
So
those-
jealous.
Yeah, no. And then got Star Wars Rogue One because I didn't have it yet.
Oh,
Nice.
you didn't have it
Nice.
yet. Oh, okay.
The Steelbook,
So-
you son of a bitch.
No, unfortunately. I wish.
Oh, if only it was 3 for 3, man.
I
That
know,
was-
right?
Yeah, and then I got the Amazon Fire TV stick because
Nice.
I'm a big subscriber. Well, not a big subscriber. I'm a recent subscriber, I should say, to New Japan World because my favorite wrestler of all time, Chris Jericho, went to New Japan, and I'm like, okay, I have to see this match. Well, come to find out that New Japan only has an app available on the Amazon Fire TV, not the Roku or the PlayStation 4. So I picked up the Fire TV stick just specifically for that app, and I come to find out that the picture and audio quality is so good on it that I don't have to stream on anything else. So I'm getting ready to sell the Roku probably, and now the PS4 can strictly go back to being a gaming machine.
Nice.
Which is pretty awesome.
Cool.
I do want to say real quick, at one point Raz's cam was like pixel vision, and I thought his lamp was actually a skin mask lamp from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I was like, that's some nice. I didn't know you were such a hardcore fan of that movie. And then
That's right,
No,
yeah.
it's
the baseballs. I'm like, oh, well, you're
it's a baseball
sense,
lamp.
but
So
I was
Scott
imagining that,
enjoys
but
that.
it looked like eyeballs were on the post, like it was like a stretched out face with that weird smile, but that's actually stitches, I guess. But
And just how high are you, Skinslip?
very. Because of the way the lamp looks, because you can see the back of the lamp and the front, it was smushed together and flat, so it looks like that the front edge is actually a mouth.
Oh, okay.
Here, with like it's stitched together. That's what it looks like.
You know, if I just
Well,
were to look at it, I would have swore it was made out of a giant envelope.
It's
Interesting.
a rad lamp is a baseball too.
Looks pretty awesome.
Oh, and with the Fire Stick, I convinced my mom to let me have my own Prime subscription. So I finally have Prime.
Yes. I actually just got Prime again myself. About
So
I'm just started the first paid month, but I thought, you know what, it's $80 for a year. I'm really liking a lot of the exclusive streaming content they've got, and why not get the free 2-day shipping? Although it seems like every time I place an order, it's like, you'll get your stuff with guaranteed 2-day shipping in 5 days. I'm like,
You live
fuck
in an
you.
island.
right?
Yeah.
But
To be
dude,
fair,
Yeah.
Basically,
you
I
live,
messed up.
hold on. You live as remote as I do, basically.
Yeah.
You live in a bigger location.
I got it. No, it's not that. There's no problem with the mail here. There's mail outlets everywhere. There's drop-off locations everywhere. That's not it. It's because I always end up ordering on like a Friday, so then there's the weekend in there, so that throws a wrench into the whole 2 days.
You order it shipped till Monday, and you're like, son of a bitch.
So basically, yeah, exactly. So it's like, or it'll ship out Friday and it'll arrive Monday.
Mhm.
So basically, what I have to do is always order at Monday. On Mondays at like 6 a.m. and then I'll get my 2 days.
well, do you really get the 2 days though, or do you get 3 days?
Well, I don't know. I have yet to
It's
get the
usually
2
3
days.
days.
Honestly, I've had faster shipping using the regular 3 to 5 day free shipping that you get for ordering more than $35 worth of stuff.
That's because you pay money for your shipping. That's why.
What are you talking about? No, it's free.
No, it's calculated into the cost of the items. That's why you have to pay $35 an item.
That's
my
fine,
point.
whatever. But I get
That's if you actually paid money for it. Where with Prime, it's all paid for technically.
I get faster shipping with that
I
than
know,
I do with the one that I pay extra for.
But the streaming service is great because there's like so many old movies on there. So many like it's a
There's
very
some good-
deep catalog.
There's some good stuff. They're starting to get some good originals on there as well.
Oh
Well,
Like The Tick. You got to
I
see The
haven't-
Tick if you haven't yet.
I haven't watched The Tick yet because I'm so hardcore rewatching watching for the first time Classic Who. Like, I just can't tear myself away from Classic Who right now.
Well, there's nothing
watch
wrong
anything
with that.
else.
I
Yeah.
get very into Classic Who mode from time to time as well, which is why I'm glad I have them all now, so I can actually feed that desire when it hits. But
Well, I'm hoping
I'll
one of my
I'll
gifts
just binge
is
through a whole bunch.
yeah. Well, for sure, because you can do that so easy now. But I'm hoping one of the gifts is gonna be a capture card, so that I can do that thing I talked about where I like do watching Classic Who for the first time review thing
Oh
that I
yeah,
was talking about.
I think so. Yeah.
But I can't do that without a capture card because you can't exactly go to BritBox and do screenshots off a computer.
Well,
So-
that's true. But I mean, if you just needed some example screenshots, I mean, you can always hit up Google Images. I mean, Lord knows there's enough stills from Doctor Who from the past 55 years that I'm sure you could find something. You know, even if it's just a few publicity shots from that. Like, almost every story has, like, a huge collection of publicity shots. So there's quite a lot of stuff to choose from. That's one of the things one of the reasons it takes me a while to do the story-by-story reviews is gathering pictures. Because I want to have a lot of pictures in them to, you know, illustrate story points I'm talking about, or just to kind of give you a look at the, some of the cooler publicity shots and whatnot, so you can see some of the set design and whatnot in better detail and stuff like that. But so sometimes it's hard to find the good ones, especially, like, you know, being as familiar with it as I am. Like, I'll know of certain ones that I've seen before, and it's like, okay, I gotta find that one because that was a really good one, and sometimes I can't find that one and I have to really go digging. But yeah,
god damn it, I just had a really fucked up revelation in my brain. We're at a time in which movies set in 2002 can be considered period pieces. You can clearly identify a time. Cell phones look a certain way. Technology looks
that's
a certain
true.
way.
Yeah. It was
this is what's like getting old. Fuck.
It was still like Nokia.
How often do you get this feeling?
Nokia phones and flip phones.
Do you get this feeling a lot more often, like when you get older? I mean,
yes.
Okay.
Except to me, where a lot of people lament about, oh, it ain't like it used to be. I just kind of look at myself like Dr. Manhattan, where I'm so in tune with the past and the present and where I would like to be that I just see it as I'm just existing in all times simultaneously, and I don't care. But I still feel old anyway.
My favorite part is it's not like it used to be. I mean, when rampant harassment and sexism was common and normal, and people felt like shit and committed suicide at higher rates. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The good old days.
The good old days when crimes are harder to solve. More people were unsolved. There are more unsolved mysteries and more missing persons than ever before. Was then because we can find people now.
That's one of the reasons I got Unsolved Prime. Yes, Amazon Prime was for unsolved mysteries.
There you go.
I did check. Stoud's been watching it for a while.
They got like
rubbing it in our
11
faces.
seasons now.
And
So
I checked Amazon CA, and sure enough, we have them all too. So actually, Rosie and I have been watching. She really likes it a lot.
Oh my God! Please don't traumatize her.
Yeah, no, she loves it. She likes it. But then we'll be watching some horrible story. Like there was one we saw, one of the early episodes, where this 9-year-old girl gets kidnapped out of a parking lot.
Oh God!
And we've been watching a few episodes, and we always get really excited when there's an update, because then it's like, oh, they caught the guy, or they solved that one. So then we watch this just tragic story about this 9-year-old girl that gets kidnapped, and her mother just distraught, looking for her, doing the unsolved mystery story as just one last attempt in the hopes that somebody saw something. And it fades away. No update.
That means there is no update even to this day.
Yeah. And
It's
I was like, oh, of course that one. No, mind you, those types of stories, the missing children ones, seldom end well.
Can't even think about it.
Yeah, I know.
No, absolutely
I know.
not.
Likely they've moved to another country and become sex slaves, which is the worst part.
By the way, viewers watching, the reason that my camera is at such a weird angle and you're staring at the light is because I have a shotgun mic plugged into my phone, because the regular mic on the phone does not pick up my voice well at all. And for some reason, this is the only angle in which the shotgun mic is currently not cutting in and out right now.
Oh,
So-
hey, whatever works.
Yeah. We can hear you perfectly fine.
Yes.
By the way. Very
Stone
well.
Dog points out, Robert Stack, the voice of Ultra Magnus. Yes, indeed. Yeah, he was great. He had just the perfect, matter-of-fact, no-nonsense voice of doom for for Unsolved Mysteries. Like he was
the voice of a generation.
He was the perfect host for that. So
he wore a trench coat like nobody's business.
He did. Yeah, he's always wearing a trench coat.
When I think of trench coats, I think Robert Stack.
Maryland, 1982.
You know,
A
it'd be
young
great
girl
though if they
is
ever
playing
brought
with her
this show
sister
back.
on the lawn and witnesses murder.
You know, it would be
Dun, dun,
great though if
dun.
they ever brought this show back. Would be Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo. Well, I don't know about Danny
Yeah.
Trejo doing Unsolved Mysteries. I can't really see that. They had what's his face, the guy from Crime Story, Dennis Farina.
Oh yeah.
He did a few
Yeah.
seasons of it. Yeah, he is also no longer with us, sadly. But yeah. Speaking of which, I need to get potato chips.
Oh, yeah.
How is that potato chip related?
Not
That's
the
a
greatest.
nice question.
In his political tuna-filled mind,
Amen. Great John, the garbage.
So yeah,
Garbage.
Skin,
Garbage gamer.
that
Garbage gamber.
Garage Gamber.
Garage Gamber. There you go.
Garage Kimber.
Garage.
It's never the same. The first word changes all the
Yeah,
time.
what's-
Yeah.
Oh,
Doesn't
Oh,
link.
I love
Oh.
that fridge.
I see
I
that.
just saw
I see
the
that
fridge being
gamers
used.
Right,
game my
you
world
pick up.
and has a fridge
Like
in
that?
his room.
That's very nice. All right, Jowled Man.
Jowled Man. There you go.
Jowled Man.
Jowled man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Jowls
I
Man.
have Rip L chips. I have
I'm
dip
gonna
too,
start
but I don't feel like getting it, so it's not plain.
I'm gonna start off with the stuff that I'm buying now, specifically just to sell on eBay and stuff. So I went into Goodwill
All
and
the
I
stuff's
found
for sale, guys. You can PM him for.
$50 worth of stuff at Goodwill. So
Nice.
Don't expect to get a discount on any of this shit.
don't
No.
expect.
Here's a request. I have the soundtrack to that on audio cassette.
Currently out of print, and well, it looks like crap on the outside, so I'm not going to get a whole lot of money on this. But the disc is in perfect condition.
Pretty sure that's got it's got a Blu-ray from Warner Archives. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready to rumble.
Oh,
Got a
Oh yeah,
second
that's
copy
still
of
not.
this.
That needs a Blu-ray still.
God, David Arquette.
yeah. That's so bad that it's good. That
That's not-
movie is so bad that it's good.
Little Nicky.
Oh,
Little
little.
I,
Nicky.
I genuinely like that movie.
You know, yeah, growing up, I hated that movie. I thought it was Adam Sandler's like worst movie.
And as an adult, you have a
Hated
different opinion.
And as an adult, I don't hate it as much. I still think it's not one of his best. But-
I realized when I rewatched an adult that I
But you
missed a
have-
lot of the jokes.
What
Exactly,
happens
that's
when-
what happened to me.
Yeah, exactly. What happens when you grow up is that when you look back at a movie that you didn't really like, and you can actually think of a few scenes that you like, that you remember vividly. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
actually, if you can remember a scene or two
Pineapple
vividly
Hitler.
from a movie,
It made an impression.
exactly,
Yeah.
then it made an impression on you. And if it made an impression on you, then it couldn't have been that bad. You
Right.
know,
Something about it that you just
must have
couldn't.
been something.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
I'll never associate pineapples with Hitler because of it. Never. And I'll never stop thinking of Saddam Hussein as Satan's gay lover. Thanks to Solomon.
It's springtime for Hitler.
It's been a genocide, dude. I hope you can.
I actually just got this for me.
What is it?
I totally thought the movie was called Widescreen.
I love widescreen,
Look,
the movie.
It's way bigger than the actual
It is.
title. Look at
I
that.
know, yeah, and then when you held it up,
Nice.
all I see is the chat bubbles. I don't actually see the title.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was completely cut off.
Yeah, it was you're blocking the. Yeah.
So, then I found these plug and play games,
Oh, nice.
which
I
there
had
are.
one of those.
We were pointing out how there are people just hilariously upselling these things on Amazon for hundreds of dollars,
What?
and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, nobody's gonna pay $100.
You should totally, if you put that on Amazon, you should totally put that up for like 35. I bet you'll sell it. I'm
Eh,
I mean, that would sell for 35.
I'm,
No,
I'm
because
gonna
they-
put it up at auction $20.
That's
I'm
almost the
thinking.
same as like
You'll
the.
definitely sell for $20 because they'll see the $135 one or whatever, and they'll be like, that guy's selling for $20. I'll buy that
that's
one.
The same as the Namco Arcade Classics set you can get online
Yep.
for like
but
$5.
this has a whole game on it. Nice clickety clackety.
Having the arcade style joystick is really the main reason to get
Got Miss
that.
Pac-Man, Pole Position, Galaga.
I used to have that, so if you
and
need all the
Mappy.
information for it.
And what?
Mappy.
Mappy?
Mappy. Yep.
Yeah, that one's actually kind of interesting because it has pole position on it, and the way you use it is you twist the joystick
Ooh, that's
to
weird.
turn
That's-
pole position.
That's weird.
You notice at the very bottom of the joystick, there's like a little circular arrows pointing.
Oh my god, you can't. Yeah, holy crap.
Dude, I know this because I used to have one.
Weird.
And
I'm
I used to
like
have this one
twisting
too.
it and I'm feeling the resistance. It's like, holy shit, that is a little thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little analog.
Crazy.
So here's another Namco one here.
Ooh,
That's
I
a
like
great
this.
one. Like, see, I don't recommend you sell these. These are one of the few plug-and-play games that actually have the arcade original versions.
Yeah. What's that one got on it, Stab?
Oh, this has Pac-Man, Galaxian, I can't remember
Rally
the
X.
others. Rally X, yeah. Dig Dug,
Bosconian?
Bosconian, yeah.
That one
Bosconian.
you look at Google spell, Bosconian.
There you
Yeah,
What
that's
the
another
fuck's a
great one.
Bosconian? I don't know.
go.
So,
I always think Bostonian. It's like,
these
so
were
it's a game
bundled
about
together.
Boston?
These were bundled together for $5.99.
Nice.
Jesus. They sell for like
Yeah.
20, 25 bucks, 15 bucks minimum, like on eBay. So he made money on that no matter what.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, they did sell in 2-packs, like blister packs. Both of them together.
Statman's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, so I'm gonna start selling some shit. I'm gonna start buying shit from Stat.
Basically, that is honestly what I was thinking. Like, you know what? I'm getting tired of this shit. I'm gonna find some supplementary.
Here, I
income.
got it. No, Statman, how about we do this from now on? I will make a thread. I'll make a channel in Discord, and from now on, you can come to here Discord first. You want to buy directly from Statman. How about that?
There you go.
Or me.
Hey,
I'll
pal,
just
You
post.
can call it the
We can-
Stout Store.
We can just have a place, a channel on Discord where we
No, we just
post,
call it
like,
Cram
things
Mart.
that we're selling on
Cram
Amazon
Mart.
or eBay or something
or
like that.
or
You know
deals
what
that you find on the internet, like
Yeah.
bundle bundles and things like that. Yeah,
Yeah, totally. That sounds like a great idea.
I got the idea to do this, by the way, by watching all these videos online about sourcing, and just for
Pickers?
watching all these videos while being sick in bed, I kind of started realizing the things that actually sell versus the things that don't, the things that make sense to look for. That
Well, there's things that you know have
So-
value that the people in those thrift stores do not.
one thing
So-
that I noticed that actually does sell well is boxed board games that are sealed, which
Oh,
you
God.
sometimes find.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna want a bunch of these. I'm sure. Go ahead.
Probably not this one, but
No, not that one.
Oh, I want that one.
baseball.
See, Rad
And-
wants it.
It's sealed, brand new, and it's only $5.99. It was only $5.99. And
There are some really
Plus the
rare
third
board
one.
games you know what you're looking for, and I know what I'm looking for because I used to be a frequenter of Board Game Geek, so I know a lot of the really rare, like obscure stuff that just randomly pops up because people had it in their basement since the '70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, get them complete. Like some of that stuff's really rare and expensive.
Mhm.
So then, the last thing I got there just for me was Dispatches from the 10th Circle,
Nice.
The Onion.
Oh, nice.
I used to have that.
Nice.
That's
Onion
really fucking
articles.
great. I used to have that. I used to read that all the
That's
time.
great.
That's
That
awesome.
was my crapper reading.
Literally, all I was thinking was the power was out for like 6 hours today. And all I could think was, man, I wish I had something fun to read, but wasn't too, lengthy, right? What's easier to read than short little Onion articles?
Yes.
I got something for you. 1 second.
That's great.
Here it is. You're gonna want this book also. You might be a zombie and other bad news.
Ah, yeah.
Book of crap. This is fucking great too.
Do you like?
Pick that up.
All right, so I did some of these already in a pickup videos, but that's why I'm just going to go through them really quick.
All right.
Flintstones second season. On DVD.
Hey. Yeah, that's the new re-release, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the new slipcover. You can tell.
Once Upon a Time in America extended edition.
Nice.
I need to get that.
Very
slip.
nice. The movie you have to have a literal whole day to watch.
Yep.
10 Cloverfield Lane.
I've got that.
Oh, nice.
What?
With
Without
the
the
slip.
kind of slip cover?
Yeah.
I'll sell it to you if you want it.
Taken 3.
Nice. I haven't seen that one.
Got that for
I will
$1.
find you again, and I will kill you again.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Actually,
that
I think that's the one where he gets kidnapped and his wife has to save him. I think.
I don't know. I haven't seen any of them,
I
so
don't know.
I'm going to watch all 3 of them back to back
Rockstar.
one day.
I think it's out of print, dude.
Oh, Rockstar.
Where Mark Wahlberg pretends
pretty
he
sure-
Nice.
was a rock star.
If
I
you,
love the movie.
have you seen that,
actually.
Justin?
What?
Have you seen Rockstar?
Yeah, it's not a bad movie. That's why I got it.
Oh, I thought you
Rockstar,
said
awesome.
because it was cheap. I think that's pretty rare, actually. You might want to look that up. You might.
It's not that rare, but it is only $3 at Big Lots. So if you have Big Lots in your area,
Was that a print? I don't have a big lot.
Oh, man.
I don't have a Dollar
Yeah,
General.
I
I don't
used
have
to.
any of those cool stores.
Not anymore.
Everything else is at least an hour and 40 minutes to 2 hours away.
speaking of something that was $3 at Big Lots, Dead Ringer.
Oh,
That
nice.
for sure is out of print, actually.
Betty
Not to be
Davis.
confused with the David Cronenberg film starring Jeremy Irons, Dead Ringers.
Yeah, well, that has an S. I think.
Then I got Rumble in the Bronx.
Love that.
Nice.
I've got that.
Nice.
These were all $1. Got parental guidance.
So you got a few movies about rumbling.
Yeah. Cake
Never seen it.
Ready to rumble in the Bronx.
out of the furnace. I think this is my favorite dollar pickup,
I
actually.
think I
Jared
have
Leto?
that. Either I have that or I've rented that a few times and never
Was
watched
that
it.
I haven't
Jared
seen it.
Leto?
No.
Oh. Looks
That's
like
Christian
Jared Leto.
No, it's Christian Bale.
Your
It's
face.
Batman, goddammit. How do you mix up
Wait,
Jared Leto
your
with
face is like
Batman?
Jared Leto in Fight Club after he gets punched a lot.
Yeah, how do you mix up the worst live action Joker of all time? Batman.
With the worst live action Batman of all time? Well,
No.
The worst live action Joker of all time.
I thought I did. I think I rented it a few times and never watched it.
actually, no, George Clooney was the worst one.
Before someone says, "What, you rented movies and didn't watch them?" Yeah, dude, I would rent like 20 movies. No joke, 20 movies for Blockbuster.
Yeah?
Yeah.
My friends and I used to
Most
rent.
of them, but sometimes you're like, I don't really not in the mood for this one actually.
My friends and I used to rent movies all the time, and if it was something I liked, I would buy it later.
No, my point is I rented Out of the Furnace more than once and then didn't watch it more than once
Oh,
because I
well,
had
that's just silly.
giant piles. No, I'd rent like 20 movies. And I'd be like, these all sound cool, but I'm a mood kind of guy. I gotta watch something if I'm in the mood for it, right? So
I see.
sometimes it just doesn't happen.
That is true.
I used to have a real movie addiction, like 3 to 5 movies a day addiction.
Nice. I wish I had the time for that.
You don't now?
No, that's the thing is, it didn't matter at the time. I would figure out how to watch 3 to 5 movies every day, no matter what. Even if that meant staying up really late and getting no sleep.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's dedicated.
But that was a younger man
You know
then,
what?
so...
You know,
Yeah, that definitely makes a difference. I can't stay up like I used to be able to pull all-nighters like
It was like
every
a
other night.
switch, dude. It was like a switch.
Yeah.
I was fine. I could do it all the time, and then like I got really fucking sick for a year, and I can't do it anymore. I'm officially old.
that's why I haven't been here in a month and a half, Sean, because your schedule changed and you're an hour later now, and I can't pull all-nighters myself. So
Happens.
I was like,
Yeah.
I can do it. I was like, I'm
Listen,
feeling up to
listen.
it tonight.
You guys
You probably
you
won't
used
see me
to
for
be
another
cool,
month
all
again.
right? You used to be able to do this shit. At
You
least
guys are just lame now. Whatever, you're like a year behind us, so enjoy your zestful, youthful energy while you
I've
can,
experienced
Stout.
more than you have, so fuck you.
It's not a dick measuring contest. It doesn't matter how much you spend. People have different sized gas tanks, fuckface. Anyway. Who's next? My next?
Garage Gamber?
Alright.
Garage Gamber, who's that?
I don't know. Some guy.
Number.
Ariana Rumber?
Alrighty. So, what do you guys want first?
Movies?
Or video games?
Movies.
Video games.
Because you
Movies.
can talk
Well,
about video
always
games
movies
for
first
hours,
because
so we might as well get the movies
The
out of the way
games
first.
take hours.
That's right.
All right.
Someone else, right?
So, the Disney Movie Club bought me a movie.
Well, that was nice of them.
Using my own
Nice.
money. That's okay.
Oh,
They
'cause
bought
you got
me this
the
whole
games
lot of
declined?
stick. No, sorry.
You got to decline it.
I got a
I
big
hope
old...
they sent you the new short on Blu-ray.
Oh, God.
No.
Yeah,
in a
but
case with Coco on it.
I did get Frozen.
Oh
Yay.
my God! Okay, well there it is.
So
Nice.
and the
It's
thing
actually
that
a really nice cover.
yeah, this is a really nice edition. It's the collector's edition. So
I don't own Frozen.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I just
That's
got
really
the
nice.
regular edition for Rosie. I can't remember if it even had a slipcover.
but it came with something else.
Oh.
It came with Frozen, the sing-along edition.
Oh,
goody.
Oh,
joy!
God.
I mean, which is fine. I have 4
Yay.
nieces between the ages of 3 and 9, so
They
this
can-
is perfect.
You
They
need
can. This
them
is
to be
theirs. They can have it.
occupied Out of your hair.
No.
Just put that
I'll
on.
keep my nice
Take the disc
Blu-ray.
out, put it in your
A
Frozen.
room far,
They
far
can
away from
sing
you.
along with this one.
Yeah.
If I had that, I'd take the disc out, replace the DVD in the set, and then just chuck the whole thing with the. Then it would give away the regular movie in the sing-along case. To like the film.
There you go. And then the next one here, both I actually pre-ordered. This is one of the rare times I actually pre-order a movie, mostly because we had not gotten any edition of this movie other than a VHS release, and it went from VHS to Blu-ray.
Awesome.
And that is the 35th anniversary edition of the Hunter from the Future.
Well,
Wow,
we
that's
all knew you
something
wanted
like I
that.
bought.
That's really nice.
So
I've
to get
never
that.
even heard of that film.
this is my absolute favorite Reb Brown film of all time.
Yeah,
One
I
of
think
the
I'm gonna,
best-
I think
one
I'm
of
gonna
the
grab
best
that next Amazon purchase.
One of the best episodes of Mystery
I've
Science
never even heard of it.
3000 also.
I'm probably
Yes.
losing all my credibility now.
Well, not necessarily. It's a bit obscure.
It's a terrible fucking
I
movie.
remember it.
Oh yeah,
but-
this is one of those
I'm old.
absolutely god awful movies, but
Yeah.
it's so much fun to watch because
So-
Reb Brown.
So for those in the younger crowd, there's a show called Mystery Science Theater 3000. That movie, by the way, was nobody fucking cared about, nobody gave a shit about until the fucking 90s, when Mystery Science Theater made fun of that movie on their show, and then a fandom grew up around that. And now because of that show, and a bunch of other shows, people love bad movies in a way they never did before. That's why we have awesome editions of movies like which are fucking
I
terrible.
actually have a specific person to thank for introducing this film to me, and
You're
as
welcome.
I don't really like this person anymore because
No.
he's kind of a
Get rid of
dickbag.
me then.
But
Well, fuck
I
you.
do. I honestly, I gotta give credit where credit is due. I'd like to thank Spoonie from the Spoonie Experiment for
Oh.
introducing this movie to me. He used to do a segment on the Spoonie Experiment show called Rebuary, where and it was the entire month of February was dedicated to nothing but Reb Brown films,
Oh, God.
and they showed in one of them, and it was like I was infatuated ever since.
Nice.
So those
for
are the
life.
So those are the movies.
Very nice.
So yes, and yeah, it does look really good. Like I said, comparing to the only release we ever had, which was on VHS, it looks 1,000 times better on Blu-ray.
There was
yes.
1.5 million bootlegs too.
Yeah.
It was
So
probably like a Japanese laserdisc or something. At some
I wouldn't
point.
be surprised. So on to the Vidya games.
Vidya.
So the first thing I bought was Light Gun
Awesome.
because I now have
Nice.
said CRT. This
For
is
which system?
for the PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
It's a Yobo. It's an off-brand one. It's not
Yobo.
But the one thing, the reason I bought it is because it has 3 modes. It has Gun-Con 2, and normal mode.
Nice.
So it allows me to use one gun and play a wide range of light gun games instead of having like 30 different light guns for
That's
one
pretty
of
cool.
each of the games.
Yeah.
I've got a
But-
Sega Menacer over here.
But one of the things I actually love about this is the normal mode mimics a very specific light gun, specifically the Konami Justifier.
Ah.
And the Konami Justifier is the only light gun that works with Area 51.
Ah.
Nice.
So,
Yeah,
The
buddy.
classic.
so here's Area 51. These
So-
are arcade perfect ports on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
You know, the exact same version.
You bought that gun specifically to play Area 51. It just happens to also be good for playing a bunch of other light gun games, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's so.
Kind of long and drawn out. And I was like,
And it was a shot in the dark, actually, pun intended. It was I didn't know. Like, it had a normal mode. I'm like, well, what's this normal mode? So I'm like, oh, okay. So it hooks up to the PlayStation. What are other PlayStation light gun games that are not GunCon, not like Namco games? Oh, Area 51. I love that game. So I bought it for like $7 and plugged it in. It worked. So I'm like, okay, so that worked. I'll get its sequel, Maximum Force. Pull the trigger.
Nice.
Pull the trigger.
It actually
That
says
was
pull
a
the trigger.
sequel?
Yeah,
I never knew
yeah. A
that.
lot of people didn't know that Area 51 had a sequel called Maximum
Well,
Force.
there were 2 different Area 51 arcade machines too, right? There's a different edition. Of
Yeah, there are actually combo cabinets, and that had in like a main menu, and it was Area 51 and Maximum Force in the same cabinet.
That's
So-
what I remember seeing most. Actually, I didn't know they were released separately until years later.
Yeah, it's literally the same technology, same everything, just a different plot. So yeah, switching over to the Namco GunCon. For the GunCon 1, I got Time Crisis.
Ah.
Very first, and this is not an arcade perfect port, but it's a damn close one.
Does your light gun work for the PS3?
No, it will not go to GunCon 3.
So you can't do. So you can't. There's no you can't use it on the PS3 at all. Like the gun at
No,
all.
no, that's okay. Most of the PS3 light gun games are PlayStation Move.
No, but I'm saying so you can play PlayStation 1 games on it. So I'm thinking I don't need to dig out my PlayStation 1 just to play light gun games. I would like to put my PS3s right here. That's why I was wondering if I could hook
I
it
actually
in.
haven't tried that yet.
Let me know because if so.
Oh no, actually no. I know for a fact it won't work because the GunCon 1. That's okay. To show this gun again real quick, there are 2 ports on this controller.
Okay.
This is for GunCon 1 only,
Okay.
and this is for GunCon 2 only.
Ah.
So, yeah, so you can't play GunCon 1 games on a PS3 because it does not have a PlayStation controller
There's
port.
an adapter. I have to do for that. Like into one of the USB plugs, dude.
Yeah,
That's
also, yeah, you got to make sure you have the pass-through.
I have the video, the standard def video cables I got. That's why I want to know if it even works.
I mean, that's
I got the dongle for the PlayStation 2 plug. PlayStation 1 plug.
yeah, that's worth a shot. I'm not sure if the game will recognize it through the USB port.
I have a PlayStation 1. It's not like I'm like throwing money away or anything. Just pull it out.
Right, yeah. I mean, I'm using it on my PS2.
I'm a big fan of Area 51.
So, but so keeping on with Time Crisis, I picked up Time Crisis 2.
Nice.
Time
I
Crisis
really
2.
enjoyed the first-person shooter inspired by and kind of based on Area 51.
Man, I really wish I had the space to have my own.
Oh, I also would like to point this out when I got this. Thought it was kind of funny that there was a Player's Choice Award in the bottom of Time Crisis 2 for Best Racing Game.
Awesome.
Please, brilliant.
Yes, because Time Crisis 2 is an awesome racing game.
That's my favorite racing game, dude.
Well, you know,
It's
I
not
know what that
racing.
means, right?
I mean, that's a good game to unwind with after watching, you know, the very highly nominated comedy film Get Out.
Oh God.
Oh god.
Someone actually tried to justify that to me, by the way.
There are comedy scenes in
Seriously?
it.
Hold on a second. Let me actually find it just while I'm thinking of it.
But yeah, I guarantee you, Eric, what happened there? Somebody just took that case, and it's a case from a different game.
Oh yeah, I guarantee you it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
because
okay.
PlayStation
Community.
boxes are so generic.
Or I
Fine,
guess
fine,
there could have been a dumb store employee slapped on there thinking it was a racing game by just looking at the title Time Crisis, right? I
On
can
the
get
horror
that.
one here.
Oh yeah,
It has
because
guns on the
a bunch of
front.
people
There are
holding
no
guns.
cars.
Not a single car in any of these pictures.
You have to be a really oblivious employee. That's all I'm saying.
No, there are boats,
There are boats. Maybe they flipped over, saw boats.
and I really don't think like giant, like people movers and tank truckers are exactly.
I know, right?
Oh, here it is.
off.
Time Crisis. Yeah, racing.
Here it is. Viewer said on my horror update where I mentioned Get Out being nominated for, or put in the best comedy category for the Golden Globes. It says the reason Get Out was entered as a comedy was to improve its chances of winning because it had no chance in the drama category. It was a strategic effort to get to the movie awards, not torpedo its chances.
Whatever.
So my response was, so a strategic effort to get an award, any award, regardless of relevance to the actual movie?
To be fair, that means that they should probably go for horror suspense category now.
Hold on, let me actually finish here.
Sorry, go ahead.
It says, so say they won. Then they'd have winner of best comedy plastered all over every future video release. Not to mention an insult to the actual comedies in the running. We think your comedies are so shit that even our psychological horror movie can beat you, so we're going to put it in comedy. Not a very well thought out strategy if that is indeed the case. And actually another viewer, I actually did not see this comment, says The Martian also won for best comedy despite being a sci-fi drama. There
was at least
drama.
to be fair.
And I don't see any mention of it on any of the releases, including the extended edition on 4K, which came out the summer after the Golden Globes. They probably would have just done the same thing with Get Out and just not included it. Plus, they have more prestigious Academy Awards Best Pictures nominee to throw on there now. At the end of the day, these awards are more about clout for the producers and such. I don't think they care about being accurate about awards and their movie wins. Just that it wins. Yeah, clearly. So the comedy category at the Golden Globes is apparently a joke. Ha!
See what he did there?
Yeah.
See what he did there, guys? That was comedy.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm here all week. Tip your waitress.
Trying to be a fucking asshole. Tip your waitress. He's fucking starving, literally.
That's right, exactly. Like, literally. We don't pay her anything. Like, we
Yeah.
literally don't pay her.
Yeah.
So the last pickup that I got,
And back to our Garbage Gamers pickups.
I got Time Crisis 3.
Oh, what a surprise! I'm
God.
sensing I may be picking up on a pattern here. I'm not sure.
Yes,
But,
I wanted to make sure.
I just
Yes,
gotta
and
see how it plays out.
all three of the Time Crisis games.
Nice.
Now, was that last one a racing game?
Or was it
No,
classified as a Japanese RPG?
I see. There's a car. Found a car
Oh, there you
Racing
go.
game.
Racing game.
Totally
Oh.
racing game. Yep.
right there. Proof.
Racing game.
Proof. Fake news.
Illuminati.
Totally racing game. Yep.
Lizard people in the White House. Intergalactic child molesters.
Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria.
Yeah.
Okay, Sean Hannity.
So those are my pickups. Those are all. That's all 9 of them.
Yay.
That was pretty awesome. You got some good.
Yeah,
You got some
you
good
got
shit,
some good
yo.
stuff there, man.
Got some good shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Look at
definitely.
my shit. Look at my
this
shit.
gun. I'm gonna look into this gun because I have the adapter. I want to see.
I really,
Give me a link to that so I can.
I really wish I had.
Oh yeah, I'll
space to
find
hook
it.
up my
For you.
own
It's not
system.
expensive. That's what's amazing.
I just gotta research it before I buy it. Obviously, I'll probably still buy it.
Okay.
Got PlayStation. Yeah.
Monsieur Slip of Skin. What have you got this week?
First up, as foretold, the last time we had a show in which Staldman showed his, I bought his before he was done describing it. I bought one of those ice cream vinyls also.
Yay!
My box came exploded in the package though,
Oh God.
and it was ripped.
Oh, that's annoying.
But it's
And
just
Yours
this
is a different turtle than his too, I think, isn't it?
yeah, mine. His is Michelangelo, mine's Donatello.
Nice.
Okay, now I have to get one.
But you can't get Michelangelo.
Everyone will have all 4 turtles.
Anyway, next, I don't think I mentioned this. I don't think we had a show. I think I was going to mention it last week. Anyway, I got Blade
No.
Runner 2049
Yay!
with the slipcover.
Yay!
That's actually not a bad slip skin.
See,
so don't
I
feel
saw-
too bad.
I was actually planning to buy that this week and watch it for my weekend, but Best Buy across the street only had DVDs left.
You didn't
So
plan to buy it from the internet.
So I went and did an epic quest around town. And I saw that edition all over the place. Like when I actually went up to the mall, they had that one all over. And they had the 4K edition all over. But I want the 3D one. Nobody had the 3D one. So
Why do you want the 3D one? Just because?
Was it actually released in 3D and Blu-ray?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
They had a handful of them at Best Buy when it was first released, but they were among the first to sell out. So then
You
I
haven't
wasn't
bought it on the internet
sure.
yet. All right.
I wasn't judging. I was just asking.
I am.
Because I always get the 3D one of whatever it is. Plus, I mean, to me, the whole idea of seeing something as visually splendiferous and visual as Blade Runner in 3D, I mean, that's something that would benefit from it, I think, and enhance the experience of transporting you to that wonderful future dystopia.
No.
So, yeah, so definitely want the 3D version, and then a VR helmet and the virtual theater.
I can't wait. I can't wait till you pick that up, though, Sean. Because
I haven't watched.
If anybody's gonna have a lot to say about Blade Runner 2049, it'd be you.
Yeah, no, I put it off way too long. I should have actually just set aside $30 in a special fund to get it on release day. Like that was totally my own fault.
Yep, it was.
So
we all scolded you for it.
Yeah, I know.
But it's okay.
Bad Blade Runner fan.
Oh, you can't even see it, but I wish you could. I've actually got my Blade Runner cockpit shirt on right now.
Oh, well, cool.
I've got Deckard's cockpit shirt.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think Skinslip may have a few more pickups he'd like to talk about, but I'm not sure.
Waiting.
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just pointing out of a Blade Runner. Sorry.
You just had the I'm not finished yet, but I'm not going to say anything smile on your face.
Next, I got Kingsman, the Golden Circle. Shut up! Jesus Christ. Fucking shut the fuck up.
All of you, stop talking.
Slipcover. This is actually really nice. Slipcover with like some gold foiling up here.
Oh, nice.
It doesn't show up very well. it's a Walmart exclusive because it came with this mini pop vinyl keychain
cool.
of
cool.
Now, it came in like a box that contained it all, but I flattened that box out in my storage. I don't get rid of any of that shit because I'm a weirdo.
And you're saying by some miracle it came with the slipcover.
Yeah, because we were talking literally hours earlier in the day. We were all talking in Discord chat about how the Walmart exclusives never come with a slipcover.
Yeah.
Even though right next to it will be a copy with the slipcover, which is why when I usually buy them, I usually grab a slipcover. But but my folks picked this one up because my dad wanted to see it, and he said this was exactly $1 more.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, I'll buy the fancy one for you." It comes with, I think this might be a different slipcover too, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was like when I picked up the Game of Thrones set. It also had the slipcover, just didn't have the insert that has the show information on it, or the set information on it. Yeah, it's on the back of the big box, so I mean I could just cut up the big box and slip that in there, but
flatten the box. Somewhere.
I don't know. I'm gonna do something with it. But yeah, similarly, that one was like I think $4 more than the regular edition, and it came with that really cool brooch, the Hand of the Queen brooch. So
yeah, see, I would want that brooch,
and that to me was worth $4. So
I would have bought that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, I also got your Hunter from the future, the Hunter from the future. Excuse me.
Awesome.
And then last, but definitely not least, because it's ever prescient since the Doomsday Clock was moved up recently. Matinee.
Oh, very nice.
John Goodman, Matinee from Shout Select. So
awesome.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
Sunrise Records here has that. I saw that on a shelf.
I definitely want to get that.
Now, question for you. It says that one of the extras is the full-length version of Mant. So is there actually like a full-length movie of Mant, or is it just like
all the main footage? I think it's like 10 minutes of footage or 15 minutes of footage correctly.
Okay, so
I don't think it's the full-length version. It's like all the footage they shot because they don't show nearly all of it in the movie.
Oh, I see. Okay, so
there's a bunch of other stuff, but
that's cool.
I don't know how long it is.
I love that movie.
Not that long.
Yeah.
Here, I can look it up real quick.
I was gonna say, like, if they did like a second entire movie, that's crazy, but kind of awesome too.
That's such a perfect name for it too.
Man,
it's exactly how they named those B movies back in the 50s.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know, I actually have never seen that movie. It's been on my radar forever. I just haven't got around to seeing it. It's great.
Brendan and I watched it together.
It sounds like a blast from what I do know of it. And, you know, I love John Goodman, and I love that whole sort of cheesy 50s era. So
you mean Blu-ray.com doesn't have the information? I'm fucking shocked.
Wow, what a surprise.
Oh, God. All right. How about DVD Review or DVDreview.net? Oh, got our information. Look at that.
What are you looking for? Oh, the...
Can sometimes provide some information.
All right, here we go. Mant, the making of Mant. main short film. It's 22 minutes.
Oh, actually, that's pretty long.
Yeah, with an introduction, which is a few minutes. So it's like 20 minutes, I think, of footage.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
actually pretty
it wasn't a
impressive.
full-length movie, but yeah, it's a bunch more than it's in the movie.
It's essentially a really long short. It's a movie-ella.
DVDcompare.net, I know it's misleading that number, but it existed before Blu-rays existed. And they give you the running time of all the special features. It gives you every region, so you can compare it. Like I can scroll down and compare it to Carlotta Films, which is the previous one with the yellow board or yellow cover called Panic. Like the German one, the UK one, and can compare all the special features to each other. And then it tells me at the bottom overall draw, because all the all of them had different special features. So like the UK had 2 sets of featurettes. And then Shout Factory Select has 3 featurettes that are exclusive, but all the other stuff is shared across all the other editions. So it's telling you that if you can just pick up the edition you want, because most of the special features are on all the editions. So like if you're in like Germany, you're like, oh, I don't want to fucking import the Italian one if it's got all the same shit, you know? That kind of thing.
Which site is this?
DVDcompare.net.
Oh, okay. I think I've used them before.
They're my favorite because they just give you
DVD Beaver is pretty good too. They do like a lot of comparisons
that's
stuff like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's all I'm pickups, by the way.
Yeah.
And apparently I plugged DVDcompare.net.
Yeah, if you like a lot of if you like a lot
collections on DVD aficionado.
If you like a lot of hard data about DVD and Blu-ray releases, those are good sites to go to because they just give you a lot of information. Like DVD Beaver gives you a lot of stuff like comparative bit rates. They actually have graphs to show you how the bit rate is across the entire disc and stuff like that.
Oh wow, that's cool.
It's
nice.
Pretty interesting stuff. Gets pretty technical.
That
That was actually where I think it was that site. No, it wasn't actually. It was some random article I found on the internet that I could never find again that compared all of the Blu-ray releases of Nosferatu when I was doing my Nosferatu review for Halloween. And it was great. That's where I first found out that apparently the version that we got here in North America is the worst version. And it's a Kino release, no less. But apparently they fucked up the frame rate in it, and it's pretty bad by comparison. So apparently the ones to go with are I think it's the BFI release and the Masters of Cinema release are the 2 to go for, and they're both region locked.
Yep.
So you need a region free player.
But guess what? You can get region free players as cheap as $40 apparently on eBay.
Yeah.
Fox, I think in our chat was talking about he only paid $30 for his region free player. So Stop giving me this excuse that it's too expensive. Just stop buying DVDs for a week.
So expensive. I can't afford this luxury of which you speak.
Because then you'll be in a situation with the rest of us where we're like, God, there's so many releases, I can't fucking afford all of them.
Actually, it'd be really nice also to be able to just watch the all the Region 2 stuff I have in a DVD player. Because right now I basically have to rip it to the computer and then play it through VLC player.
I mean, I just turned enough to get the Cat of Nine Tails limited edition, so like that forever.
Yeah, I got to start building up the Argento collection again too, because I don't have very much right now.
Well, see, I got the Roberta Crystal Plumage set, right? And
it's a good movie.
I'm like, oh, if I don't get the fucking Cat of Nine Tails one, I'm gonna be pissed when they release Four Flies in Grey Velvet and they have all 3 boxes.
Yeah.
Like of the Animal trilogy, and I want all 3 of them. Then you can't just have the middle. You know.
Yeah, you can't just have one.
Exactly. I have all 3.
I remember liking Cat of Nine Tails. Carl Malden was in that one, wasn't he? Cat of Nine Tails?
I've never seen it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he was. I know I've seen it. It was a long time. Like, it was literally like probably 15 years ago I saw it.
It's blind by, but it's Argento, guys.
No, I guess about 10.
Not blind. You know
and it's early Argento. Like, early Argento, you're pretty safe with. He was pretty consistently excellent.
Yep.
Back
Look,
in the 70s.
I enjoy that.
70s and 80s.
Baby.
Yeah, kitty.
Good stuff.
Oh.
Good
He's
stuff.
a big boy.
Good stuff, man.
Girl.
Good stuff.
So,
Yeah, right, you're pretty
if
cute.
we had done Saturday Night Insanity last week, this is a subject we would have talked about a lot, but I'll just bring it up briefly now, just so it's on the record somewhere. So, YouTube made some changes.
I'm no
this
longer
month.
monetized.
Huh?
I'm no longer monetized.
Yes. They
Yeah,
basically,
neither
as
am
I thought you described it quite well there, Brandon, in your video on the subject, was they moved the goalposts of what the criteria was to be a YouTube partner and be able to monetize your videos. Basically, it used to be, what the hell was it? It was something actually attainable, like 10,000 views total or something like that. Like they really didn't.
That's
They
too
weren't
low.
they weren't too strict about it. And yeah, no, I totally agree. It was. I think it was too low because it basically
Yeah,
spent everybody.
I was
their
able to
dog-
get monetized.
But like that.
Yeah. You make what, 2 videos a year?
Yeah.
Which is going to be changing, by the way.
Yeah.
The old goal was 5-yard line. And the new goal is like the 35-yard line, and they need to put it like the 15. You know what I mean?
Like somewhere in the middle. Yeah, I think they
They're
moved
gonna
it.
keep moving that
Yeah,
goal.
yeah.
I think it was too
You know?
extreme.
'Cause-
So
yeah.
basically, what the new criteria is you need a minimum of 1,000 subscribers, which isn't impossible. I know that's. I mean, 1,000 is generally a goal that I think a lot of people who are trying to build an audience want to hit
That's
anyway.
the easy
Well, the
one.
thing-
Yeah, that's fine. But then you have to have. This is the one that's killing everybody. Is view time. You have to have a minimum of 4,000 hours of people having viewed your content in the past 12 months.
Yeah, and that's just crazy.
And you have to keep that up, by the way.
And you have to keep it up.
You
So
can't
4,000 hours every year.
You can't just like do a scheme of playing videos on a device until, because
Yeah.
then you have to constantly do it. Like,
Yeah, you have to maintain. So
Yep.
I guess if you drop below the threshold, then you get your partnership yanked again. But
Yep.
But that's where the goalposts have moved, and needless to say, a lot of people suddenly found themselves getting dumped out of the partner program.
pretty big YouTubers actually. Like,
Yeah.
people with, like thousands and thousands of viewers.
Yeah, like
Subscribe.
consistently, but just I guess wasn't enough over the course of the 12 months to hit those thresholds.
Some people are like barely. They're like missing it by like tens of hours. I mean,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Oh, I know.
But here's the thing. This is what I was saying in my videos. Now they've shrunk the network to a smaller group of people. Ads can only be shown on a certain number of those people, like only on a certain number of people who are outside of this group, right?
Yeah.
So they've made the market smaller. So now what's going to happen is that'll be fine for now until advertisers realize that their ads aren't going to as many people. Then they're
Yeah.
going to pay less money, and then they're going to move the goalpost back again, so
Yeah.
they keep the money at a consistent level with inflation, so
Yeah.
they don't lose any money because they're already losing money on YouTube.
Well, see, I mean, there's a couple of different ways that can go. I mean, I kind of took it as, so basically they're not sharing the ad revenue with those YouTubers anymore. They're just going to keep it all for themselves. But, I mean, YouTubers do have some power over their own channels. You can actually go into the settings and disable ads on your channel.
But
like, there's a setting there.
YouTube,
Still be some that get through, obviously.
YouTube still sometimes will display ads regardless to people. So if I go to watch, if I'm only watching your like Eric's videos, and he has no ads now because he got demonetized, I will still sometimes be served an ad.
Yeah.
And YouTube makes money off our backs,
Mm-hmm.
even though we don't get to earn even a penny from it. And that's basically they're basically slave laboring us out.
Well,
Not often, but enough that makes them money.
basically what's going to happen is they're going to drive everybody to either Twitch or the newly about to come Amazon Tube.
That's the thing is rumors were flying that Amazon was thinking about launching Amazon Video Service for creators.
That's true. Well, the thing is, if anybody, I mean, because a lot of little guys have come and gone trying to take on YouTube in this video streaming game. Amazon, I could see being a player in that game because they're because they're sufficiently large. Like they are a comparably large corporation to Google, and I think could actually, give them a run for their money. So,
my favorite part is that Amazon buying Twitch rustled YouTube's jimmies. So YouTube released their own streaming service, and that's rustling Amazon's jimmies, who's now going to release their own video service.
And you know what? I will happily post my content on all of them. so that whichever one sticks around, I'll already be on.
Wouldn't it be hilarious as with all this shit going around, it ends up respawning Blip?
Blip.
Oh, yeah,
That's funny. I remember Blip. It was cool.
Barely even
It was
remember
cool
Blip.
for like a minute.
Yeah, for like a minute. Yeah, wasn't that like...
It was big enough to have large channels like fucking what are they the Awesome Network that has that guy with the glasses and shit on it. They posted videos
Channel
on
Awesome,
Blip.
yeah.
Channel Awesome.
Yeah.
That Channel Awesome was on Blip for all of a year.
That's right. Well, I think that was at the time when Doug had been like banned off of YouTube or some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Because they want to still use clips, that's why, and YouTube is taking the monetization or whatever, right?
Yeah. So
yeah.
I remember he was moving his content around quite a bit. Like he was on Rever for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And he was one of the ones who really raised hell with Rever because they weren't paying people their ad revenue. Like they just basically...
Yeah, that was kind of a similar problem that was happening with Blip, and it wasn't that he wasn't getting paid, is that Blip didn't have anything in place to track the revenue.
Oh, great.
And Blip didn't account for the fact that the increase in traffic would also cost them more. So, like, yeah, they got more people to look at their ads, but also it cost more because more people are looking at their ads. So, like, the act of bringing Doug's channel over brought viewers up, which brought more content creators over, which just basically sunk Blip. They grew too fast. They got too close to the sun, and their wings melted.
Yeah, they got overly bloated.
Literally.
Major Motoko was just saying, Twitch is going to be setting up pre-recorded videos and are using the big video game YouTubers to come up with programming. But with Twitch, all your pre-recorded videos, from what I have heard, has to have a premiere first. That's interesting. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
You got to live stream it, basically.
Oh,
yeah, it can't be an uploaded video. It has to be from a streamed event.
Really?
Yes. But you can, with your streaming software, you can just stream a video file. So it's not like hard to do.
That's true. But I mean, they do allow you to upload pre-recorded videos. I've got a bunch on there from around Halloween. Some are gameplay, some are movie reviews and stuff. I mean, just whatever. I figured just expand the spectrum of where my content is available, just to get it out there, and also kind of as a fail-safe in case YouTube, in case YouTube does sort of, spontaneously implode from all of their marketing or mismanagement snafus pushing the users away.
Well, I will say this: Amazon's interface is 1,000 times more intuitive than Google's.
Yeah.
So.
I
hope
Google.
it happens.
You know what I like about Amazon? Let me just say this, all right? When it comes to the user interface, YouTube, if they have this crazy fucking thing where once a fucking year, they change fucking everything about the interface, and for no fucking reason, just because.
Yeah.
Time to change the interface this year. It's that time of year again.
Well,
let's change the interface to something nobody fucking understands and nobody fucking wants.
And you know what pisses
never does.
And you know what pisses me off about that the most, and they have done this consistently since Google took over every year. They start those changes around November, right before the big Christmas season, when advertisers are paying the most, when we stand to make the most ad revenue. That's when they decide to fuck around with the interface and thus make it harder for people to find our content during those crucial 2 months of the year. It's just like, why can't you do this in January? Do it in January when everything is dead and nobody cares. And advertisers are spent. They're having their after Christmas smokes, having blown their budgetary wad all over the internet. That's when you fuck around with the interface, because nobody's going to care. You don't do it right before the biggest time of the year for ad revenue. I mean, it's the last thing you want to have happen is have it difficult for people to find your content when you're trying to, make a buck. It's
Amen.
frustrating. And they've done that, like, for the past 8 fucking years. And it's infuriating. I used to complain about it, like in the help forums and stuff, that I was blue in the face. But, I mean, it just falls on deaf ears. It's so frustrating. Like, it is so, like, impossible to just get your voice heard.
Honestly, the subscription feed is useless now. The only way to know for sure if a new person has uploaded a video is either hope that the stupid bell works, or pay attention to their social media.
The bell works pretty well. Like, I've got a few channels belled. But that's the thing, is they keep breaking everything. Like, okay, they broke subscriptions, and people weren't able to find any stuff from their subscribed channels anymore, so they added the bell to literally email you channels. And has anyone else noticed how blocking has been fucking broken as hell forever?
Dude, I don't get a block button anymore, and my bell has never worked.
Okay. So blocking used to be really simple. Someone's pissing you off or being a dick or being a troll. You click block. And then suddenly they can no longer comment on any of your videos, and it would automatically unsubscribe them from your channel as well. Boom! One button, did everything, worked perfectly. Then Google took over, and suddenly if you wanted to block somebody, first you had to go to their channel and block them there on YouTube. Then you had to find them on Google Plus and mute them and then block them there. Now you have to go through all that, plus they can still comment on your channel unless you go to one of their comments and go to the little settings thing beside the comment and click mute them from this channel. Why is blocking someone like a 6-step process now? It should be one button. Everywhere else I go, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, oh, you're being a dick. Block. Done. I never have to deal with you again, and that took literally half a second. It is so fucking broken. Like, I swear, like, Google has the worst interface designers in the world. They do some cool stuff, but it's kind of funny because they started as a company that created Google, the most user-friendly, intuitive search engine in the world. Yet when it comes to any other kind of interface, it doesn't fucking make sense.
Yep. I hope Amazon just happens and blows them out of the water. I really do.
Well, or they get someone in there to just... It seems like with every update, what used to be simple processes have had additional clicks added to them, additional things you have to do that same thing you used to be able to do with 1 or 2 clicks. You know? I mean, God forbid you want to actually look at your AdSense stats and see how much money you're actually making that month. Used to be really simple. Couple clicks and you're there. Now, you have to go to the fucking business section and then into the AdSense section, and then you have to know exactly which type of report to pick in order to get the exact type of results you want. It used to be just, give me an overview. How much am I making everywhere? Like, just give me the summary. And it just doesn't do that anymore. It's like you have to dig and claw and pick your way through the trash just to find the damn report that you want.
Oh my goodness.
So much bullshit.
Yep. Oh. And God forbid that
another piece of my brain came out, sorry.
God forbid that a bot picks you up and says, oh, you're showing a video clip, when literally all you're doing is showing a photo of something or holding up a disc case.
Oh,
I've had that happen with so many fucking times. Copyright claim. What?
For what?
All I did was show a picture.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Copyright claim.
Yeah.
I showed a picture of the thing I have in my hand.
Yeah, I held up the DVD. It's like, I bought this DVD, but I can't show you because of copyright, so you just have to take my word for it that I bought it. Thanks, bye.
Yep. They're literally, They're literally trying to put our entire community out of business.
Yeah.
Our entire, section of YouTube.
Well, it's not even that. It's just anything. Like, we're talking about Channel Awesome. I remember Doug did a big video about that, how just the copyright flagging just got so ridiculously out of hand, where he would usually show clips in his review videos and whatnot, but he had to stop showing clips for a while because they just kept getting flagged, and they weren't making any money.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's his channel kept getting taken down.
Yeah. And, I guess flags and strikes, and it was just ridiculous. So they basically said, well, we didn't want to, we had to find a solution. So they started doing reenactments of the scenes that they were reviewing, which actually is a hell of a lot funnier anyway, because you get to see them acting out the scenes in just ridiculous fashion. But what a pain in the ass to have to go to all that trouble just to talk about a damn movie.
Right.
So what it all boils down to, folks, is it's no longer just good enough to watch the video. If you want to support your creator and you want them to be around, you have to support them on whatever platform they're accepting donations on. And I mean, like, if it's just once a year, you pitch them $5, and fine. Yeah, that's great. But please, if you can give even $1, just give $1 to your favorite creator, or a month even. All you had is that 1 month to say, hey, look, you give me a lot of stuff. Here's $1. That's all I got. That's cool.
There you go.
In fact, I turned my Patreon to $1 only, and that's the only sign up now. It's just dollars. I only take tips.
See, Patreon, perfect example of a company that fucks up and then fixes it. Patreon fucked up bad a few months ago, in kind of a similar fashion where they moved the goalposts, and we're just going to charge ridiculous fees to the patrons, which was ridiculous. So like if you were, it was going to be like a 38% surcharge or something.
Anyone like me who only does $1 donations, it hurt us bad because basically we'd only get.
Or no, it was like 38 cents fee, regardless of donation level. So if you're only donating $1, that's like a 38% increase in the amount that you suddenly have to pay every month. So there was $1 patrons leaving in droves. Some of the bigger ones on Patreon were losing literally thousands of patrons because of that. It's like, yeah, way to go, guys. Now we're losing money. Like, I don't mind if you take the fees out of my earnings, because that's the way it's been the whole time, but charging it to the patrons is just kind of a dick move. And Patreon listened and realized they'd fucked up, and they reversed it. They said, you know what, forget it. It's just, everything's going to be like it was normally. Never mind. We messed up. We're sorry. And now it's all cool again. And no sooner did they do that than all the patrons came back. It's like, okay, good. They're not big dicks now. We'll come back. So, yeah. But that's the thing. I mean, in this case, I don't know. YouTube's got problems. And this latest thing, a lot of people are saying it's because of the whole Logan Paul bullshit. That basically this is kind of YouTube's way of being able to more closely monitor and police the content of partners.
It is directly a result of that.
That what? Sorry?
I said basically people think that they're trying to take more control because of that.
Yeah. No, sorry. What were you saying, Stout?
It is indirectly a result of that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's not like they did that as a direct response. It's more it's because of what happened here, they had to do something here, and that's why they did this.
Yeah, I think
they had to hire like 10,000 new people to look over partner and monitor partner videos.
To monitor them, yeah.
And in order to pay for that, they have to do this because, like, basically what they're doing is taking the money from the little guy and using that money to pay these 10,000 new employees.
Yeah, to monitor the content of those that are still in the partner program. Yeah.
And it like when you think about it like that, it literally is taking money from the poor and giving it to the rich. It's reverse Robin Hood.
Kind of, yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So, like, what gets me about that is, remember when Google was all about do no evil, and now they're doing this. What?
Yes, Kurlatin was asking if I still have ads, like if I'm still in. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry. I'm not going to throw numbers at you, but needless to say, I more than meet the threshold. I'm okay. But yeah, that was the first thing I checked. It's like, oh fuck, am I even close? And then I looked and it's like, oh, yeah, actually I'm fine.
Yeah, it's the rest of us in this group that are most likely.
So I was wondering, like, well, what about everybody else? So
I barely made it. Just
Stout went in, made it.
You could lose it too.
By like a,
now,
yeah, Stout squeaked in by a pubic hair. And
the minute you have a low few month, the minute you might dip below 4,000.
And Skinslip got booted out by pubic hair. So it's like so close.
I was about to
way.
die like 300 or something minutes, something like that. It was fucking stupid. But...
Was it seriously that little?
No, I think it was 1,300 minutes. Sorry, but still, I mean, that's not a lot.
I mean, that's over the course of a year. Yeah.
If everybody in this chat watched every episode of Psychotron Coast to Coast, it'd be perfect. That actually, if all 36 of you guys went and just watched those, let those play and like the videos and shit, that would like.
And there you go. That would push them over the threshold.
Yeah, but everyone have to do it every month is the problem.
I actually have to look at my number, but it wasn't that close. It was like 2,000 something off.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're like halfway.
Yeah.
And then
which
I
know is entirely because I moved and I couldn't do videos for a month.
Well, you've had a rough year, dude. In general,
you've
had a rough year. So I mean, you know.
It was the, like I say, it was. Excuse me. It was the view hours that seemed to kill people more than anything else.
Yep.
Rather than the subs. I know most people that I know and are in the group here have 1,000 or more subs. So.
Oh yeah, I've got
if you could just have one.
Yeah, you've had over
threshold or the other, it would be fine.
I can't seem to break past 1,200, but you know.
It'll happen. As you go up, I find you gain subs faster.
Well, the problem is that was true 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's
not
as
now.
fast
The problem
as
is
it was
my
back then.
videos get buried because of the content, you know.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: is I'm gaining like, I reformatted my channel. Can't get that word out. Reformatted my channel ever so slightly to do the whole reminding people to subscribe and click the bell thing, and for whatever reason that has worked to the point where I'm gaining like 7 to 10 subs a month.
Yeah,
but the thing is, those subs are not sticking around in terms of watch time minutes.
Well, it varies. I mean, I found. I mean, one useful tool that Google does provide is analytics that lets you actually look and see what people are watching and how long they're sticking around. And, if you it gives you a good sense of where your viewership is at in terms of what they like what they watch a lot of, and how long they're inclined to stick around. Like if they're, I mean, what's the point of my doing a 30-minute long video? People on average are only going to watch a third of it, like 10 minutes of it.
There's problems with the way they format that viewing. I've explained multiple times.
Yeah.
If I watch a video for 10 minutes and then go do something for 2 hours, it desyncs me. And then I go watch it again for another 10 minutes. Guess what happens?
Yeah.
You only get 10 minutes view both times. But I've actually watched 20 minutes of your video. You understand?
Yeah. So it's not.
So if I pause and I go away for 15 minutes, that's all it takes. You're desynced.
So I mean, basically, my take on it was look at the analytics and double the number. So when I looked at my analytics recently, I looked at it like, let me just see for all time, and it only actually goes back to 2012. So I was kind of curious, what's the all-time number of average view time, like how long people have watched? And it came out to, I think, 6 minutes and 32 seconds was the average view time. And I'm like, wow. So why the fuck am I doing 20, 30-minute long videos then? So I kind of took that as, okay, 10 to 15 minutes is a good length. And I think that's why I see a lot of people doing 10 to 15-minute long videos.
It just depends on your audience. It's funny. I've seen videos.
It does, yeah.
Some sites do, or some places do small, short videos because what their audience expect.
Yeah, but no,
But
I mean, I would still,
Yeah.
I would still do the occasional long rambling one because some subjects just demand more time. But,
Absolutely.
But for the most part, just for an average thing, like you may notice, like most of the videos I posted this week were around the 10 to 15-minute range, and that was very intentional.
I try to keep
kind of rope myself in a little
what?
bit and try not to ramble so much, just to try to keep that running time a little more manageable.
I try to keep mine under 10 minutes because those seem to be the ones that people like on my channel. So.
Yeah, well, and
What
that's
is it?
true because I mean people are busy, you know. They put you on in the background while they're having their coffee break. They don't have time. They literally don't have time to watch the whole damn video, even if they want to.
I intend my reviews to be very spoiler-free for the most part, or I'll clearly state these are spoilers coming up.
Yeah.
So people can tune out if they don't want to watch the rest with spoilers. And so I'm trying to be vague with plot stuff that wouldn't be in like a synopsis or the trailer, right?
Yeah. I try to make it clear when I'm like a lot of my videos I go like a lot of my movie reviews especially I go really in depth. So I mean, yeah, there's going to be spoilers because I'm talking about very specific plot points and
Well, yeah, but
you know.
you say something now, so
No, I make it very clear that that's where I'm going with
I try to
it.
keep my videos without any of that, just to make it so people can just say, "Oh, that sounds really cool." They want to hear the excitement I have for this movie.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to get them in watching
know
the movie, right?
There's Luke Ryan from Razor Wire Reviews. I've noticed the way he structures a lot of his reviews is he'll do it kind of in two segments. Where the first segment will be spoiler free, where him and Connie, his fiance, will just kind of talk about their general feelings about the movie without giving anything away. And as you say, just get that convey that excitement or nonplusedness if it sucked. and then he'll have like this really loud alarm sound, like, okay, spoiler warning, is going into spoiler territory now, and then it'd be like this, like really obvious, so you cannot miss it. And then
welcome to Spoilerville.
And then then the latter half is, you know, the gloves are off. There's nothing is sacred. I'm going to talk about everything. So I like that idea, that structure of having like the first half spoiler free, just general sense. If it sounds good, go watch the movie. Come back and watch the rest of the review if you want to hear the rest of my thoughts on it. You know, I think that's a good idea. So kudos to Luke for that one. Also, go watch Luke Ryan. He's awesome.
He is.
But,
he
does great
good
stuff.
Guy.
But so that's a possibility, doing something like that, and then you kind of have you get both.
Well, in terms of like the longer videos that really work, and also bringing in subscribers, like according to, I'm in several YouTube groups, and according to the general consensus that I'm seeing is that live streaming really connects with people and like really drives a lot of subscribers to your channel. But the thing is, live streaming is the hardest thing to do because if your computer's crap, your encoder crashes, you know, or you have slow internet, your computer.
Well, also, I mean, when you're doing a video, you can do a little bit and then take a break, and then do a little bit and then take a break. With a live stream, say like this, you've got to be on constantly for like 2 hours, however long it is.
Yeah, and you know how hard it is to hold my bladder for 140 minutes? Jesus Christ. You don't even know.
Yeah.
It can be tiring. So, I mean, people wonder, like, when I'm doing, like, a gaming stream, like, oh, how come you quit after 4 hours? Because I'm fucking 45 and I'm tired.
Because he's not a full-time streamer, that's why.
Yeah, I
if
do
you
have
guys
other
all
things
pay
I need
$20
to
a month to Patreon for him, or ain't subscribed to him, he can afford to stay home and play video games for 8 hours a day.
And I would happily do that if that was the case. But
that's okay. That's
not quite there yet. So
yeah, he's got to build it up. It's all good.
I'm working on it. I figure, you know,
slow but steady.
right now I'm just working on trying to be a little more consistent with the YouTube, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
The problem with me and you and a lot of people we know is we just tend to jump in ass to elbow deep into whatever we're doing.
Yeah.
And sometimes we need to actually step back and slowly do it so we don't overwhelm ourselves.
Yeah.
Like you did the horror reviews, and you're like, working 8-hour shifts to film these videos. You decide you want to put 5 videos of a day like an insane person.
Yeah, and
like that's too many. You need to fucking scale back and just be like, dude, like, try to just do 1 video for every day, and then when you're done, do 1 more video for every day, and just go see how far you get.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm sort of taking it a slightly different approach. Is I'm doing a bunch of one type of video in over the course of a few days, so that I have a few weeks worth of that type of video already done. So right now I have a bunch of closer looks in the can. And that's great. And the next thing I'll probably do some movie reviews because I've been watching some movies. So, get that going, and then hopefully get back to the Doctor Who stuff and just sort of one subject at a time. Just get a bunch, then
Well, one thing I will say for you, Sean, is whatever your lighting is now, like your lighting got fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Like
I changed the light bulb. That's basically.
There you go. Wow.
I'm using. I know a lot of people were complimenting me on the lighting in the Doctor Who ones. I think they were just excited to see
100 watt now.
I think everyone was just excited to see a new angle. But yeah, I'm using a different bulb in the lamp there. It's got more of a natural light kind of tint to it, I guess. But and then I have the more kind of brighter light on. Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of worked out where it was there. I'm glad everybody liked it. So expect more of that because that's probably going to be the standard Doctor Who video angle from now on because that's where the shelf is.
Well, no, it's and the shelf was something to see. Actually, see it all.
Yeah, that was long overdue.
The whole section.
I meant to do that overview a long time ago, like a few days after actually putting up the shelf, but I just never got around to it. So glad I finally did that because I know a lot of people wanted to see that.
Well, I thought the coolest part was all the collectibles. I didn't realize you had that many collectibles, like toys,
all the toys,
Sonics and figures.
Yeah, I've got a few different kinds of TARDIS, a few Doctors, and a couple Daleks, and mostly sent by viewers. Actually, there's a few that I bought. Like I bought the pop vinyl ones, and I think that's it. Actually, I think all the rest were sent by viewers. Yeah, but awesome.
Well, the Tom Baker figure is absolutely gorgeous.
Which one? I have 2.
the one, the almost full size one that's in the box.
Oh, the hold on. Ugh.
Yeah.
This one, you might need to wait a minute for it to show up in the chat there, but the one that's still in the package.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's a really nice one. That's like one of the deluxe detail ones. Like I kind of want to take it out. Play with it,
oh my god, free from its plastic prison.
Where's the best?
If you're afraid to like gain damage, you can get these little display boxes about $15 that'll hold your figure and protect it from dust.
I've got a third Doctor from the same collection there as well.
But unless you open up and pose the figure and stuff,
Where's the best place to find that kind of stuff, Sean?
That kind of stuff?
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon, honestly.
Entertainment Earth is the other one I would suggest. They get a lot of the import stuff.
I have actually the local comic shop here carries quite a few of them too.
Yeah,
they have a Doctor Who section.
For an online source, Entertainment Earth is basically a collectible store that imports a lot of like the UK toys and the Japanese toys and things like that. Plus,
well, that's why I asked because we're not in England, so
yes,
that's why I asked.
Comic stores and online is basically your best bet. For stuff.
Amazon, eBay, also the big
so,
one.
Sean, are you ever gonna? You know what your next video should be if you're not ready to go back to the story by stories yet? Is I don't think you ever did a video after you and Rosie got the reveal. I don't think you ever talked about how you feel about Jodie.
Oh, yeah, that's actually going to be probably this week. That's one that I want to do. Crap. Now I keep thinking tomorrow is Tuesday, but it's not. It's Saturday today. It's my Monday. This was my Monday for like my stupid shifts at work. So I'm totally messing up. Like, God, I haven't done anything for Doctor Who this week yet. And it's like, dude, you got like 3 days. Just relax. It's not even close to Tuesday. But yeah, that was one I was actually going to do last week. But then I thought, you know what? I already have 3 videos. I just save that one for next week, and then that's, you know, I'll have a bonus video for next week. So, yeah, so don't worry, that one is coming. That was another one that I know that I promised that I hadn't done yet. So,
Yeah,
I will do that. I'm actually kind of glad. I'm kind of glad I waited, actually, because now I've had the opportunity to see all of the different reactions of the internet.
Well,
and,
here's like, I'm purposely waiting to. People ask me about my opinions already too,
yeah.
and I told people, I said, I want to see her. I want to see her in a full episode.
Yeah.
Maybe even like 5 before I can say anything.
Well, I mean, to me, it's like just treat it like any new doctor. I mean, give her a couple episodes and see how she does. I mean, that's always been the way with a new doctor. You know, I'm sure she'll be fine. I mean, the BBC's been pretty good with their casting over the years.
Well, yeah, but the thing that people are obviously so up in arms about is it's just such a drastic change.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think people are saying that a woman can't do the role. I think
people are saying that.
Well,
some people are. Yeah.
Buttholes are saying that.
There's some pretty stupid comments out there.
There are some pretty ignorant people out there. There are the same people who say women can't be funny. They're also just being ignorant there too.
Yeah.
I will say this. I will say this. Watching Twice Upon a Time on the big screen was something else.
Oh, you got to see it in the theater?
Yeah, remember I told you, and then you're like...
Oh, right. I think, yeah.
Yeah. And then you're like, nice, there's no showings here.
Yeah, I checked to see if there was any showings here, and unfortunately there was not. So...
Yeah, but apparently it's now a yearly thing here in Dayton, so I think every year I'm going to have to torture myself a little bit and wait 2 days so I can see it on the big screen.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, Apothecrane. And thank you. I'm glad you finally made it. I know you've been stuck at work all day. Alrighty, folks. Well, I think that is it for this week. For another Saturday Night InSaNiTy. So we'll see you next Saturday. And, yeah. So tonight, so have you got any last words, gentlemen? Any last things you want to say?
Well, it's good to finally make one. I don't know when I'll see you again, but...
All right. Well, we'll see you in the future.
The future!
Whatever form that may take. I thought I felt something touching my chair. Apparently, I'm just hallucinating. Alrighty. So, have yourselves a wonderful night, everybody. And we'll see you next time. So tonight, as has kind of become a regular thing, I have a few more Amiga music selections for you. So this is music from the good old Commodore Amiga computer, which had a staggering 4 channels of audio. 16-bit sound with 8-bit oversampling. There was just nothing else that sounded like it at the time, and people did some pretty amazing creative stuff with it over the years. So tonight we have 3 selections. First up, we have one by individual went by the handle of Neurodancer, entitled Spice Dive. And that's followed by Tribal to Space by a Texan Amiga music composer who went by the name of Sidewinder. He actually put out a CD of his music a while ago. I have it. It was pretty awesome. And then finally, we're going to end off with something nice and mellow with Misthunter by Tonid. All right, we'll see you next week, everybody. Enjoy the tunes. Until next time, sayonara. Good night, everyone. See you next week.